be a typical exam question that you might get asked. And it asks us which equation below defines the standard molar enthalpy of formation of ethanol. So we need to actually think about what standard molar enthalpy actually means. And a standard enthalpy means that we're doing it under standard conditions, which in thermodynamics means that it's a pressure of 1 bar and a temperature of 25 degrees, which is 298 Kelvin, or a concentration of 1 mole per liter. So a enthalpy of formation is where we're making a compound from its elements. So here we're making ethanol, and I'm just going to write down the formula for ethanol. And we can see here that ethanol contains carbon, so we need to actually form it from its elements. So we need 2 atoms of carbon, and the most thermodynamic elemental state of carbon is going to be solid carbon here. We can see that the compound ethanol also contains hydrogen, so we need some hydrogen atoms, but we need to actually produce that from a thermodynamically stable hydrogen source, an elemental source as well. So H2 gas is elemental hydrogen, and it's going to be in the gaseous state under these standard conditions. We need 3 atoms of that. We also need 1 molecule of 1 atom of oxygen, but oxygen exists as a diatomic gas in its most thermodynamically stable elemental state. So we only need 1 atom of oxygen, so we need to add half an oxygen molecule. So this represents the standard molar enthalpy of formation of ethanol. We could have deduced which one of our answers we were looking for just by knowing the definition that we have to form ethanol from its elements under the stable thermodynamic states. So here, in part E here, we're not forming ethanol, we're actually consuming ethanol, so that was not a likely candidate there. The next one up, D, was forming the ethanol, yes, but it was forming it from water here, which is not an element, so that one is not a possible candidate. Also, carbon monoxide is not an element itself, so this one here is not a likely candidate either. And part A there is not a likely candidate because ethane is not actually an element either. So B actually matches up with the equation that we worked out before.